One other recommendation real quick here relates to shadow work. If you are someone who feels this invitation in your heart to remember what you are, to create a more beautiful experience for our children, our grandchildren, one of the biggest aspects of that is deep shadow work, which basically relates to constant, brutally honest self-observation, constantly looking for one's own blind spots, continuously asking others for feedback to reveal one's own blind spots, being very open to that feedback, and also really looking within oneself to find the roots of the deepest forms of darkness or evil that one perceives seemingly outside oneself. Really locating one's own inner demon or inner monster and realizing that there is no potentiality in anyone else that is not also in you. If you do not find this and own this within yourself, realize that you are also an angel demon, just like the rest of us, that you have this from one vantage dual nature of angel demon, good evil, dark light, saint sinner, that you have your own pair of horns alongside your halo, that you have this, what Alan Watts called this irreducible rascality. If you do not find that and own that within yourself and hold that in love such that it is transmuted into a kind of fierce yet gentle dragon ally in service to love, if you don't do that, you will in many subtle ways continue projecting that shadow, that inner demon outside of yourself. You will continue to see evil outside of yourself and tell yourself that those other guys over there are the problem and they just need to be demonized and taken care of and rooted out and killed or enslaved or enshackled or imprisoned or whatever it is. And unbeknownst to you, even though you feel self-righteous in what you're doing, you will continue to perpetuate the pattern of war consciousness that has plagued humanity from the human perspective for several thousand years and resulted in untold violence and bloodshed. So this is the deepest, the hardest work. This is what they don't tell you about when you start to get into spirituality or on the path of truth, on the mystical path, is that eventually, if you're really serious about this, you will find Satan within yourself. You will discover that there is a demonic potentiality within yourself. There is no potentiality in anyone else that is not also in you. And if you want to really go all the way with this work and really withdraw your projections, get closer to seeing reality as it is, which is basically to find the frameless reference, to get out of reference points and just be the beingness of reality, seeing its own beingness from something close to its own native perspective. If you want to reach that place, you'll eventually come to see that you are Jesus Satan. You are an angel demon. There is no potentiality outside of you that is not also present within your own field of consciousness right now. And you will have to take ownership of that. And it's easy to say, it might sound almost like romantic in a way, but it can be profoundly challenging and even disturbing process to go to that place, to really own that and integrate that within yourself. And there's much more that can be said about this. This is not to say that there's nothing outside of you to worry about or be pragmatically concerned about. There is on that level. Pragmatic caution, general levels of prudence and common sense are still very useful allies in this current chapter of human existence. So, keep that in mind while also recognizing and doing this deep shadow work to constantly, vigilantly look for your own blind spots, look for the subtle ways that you are projecting your own irreducible rascality, your own irreducible demonic quality outside of yourself. yeah, my recommendation, humble recommendation from a silly ape who doesn't know anything, is basically find that inner demon, that inner dragon monster, hold that monster in love, in loving presence, allow it to come into the light, love it as it is, just basically holding it in a kind of spacious field of peaceful presence, a spacious field of total non-judgment, pure unconditional acceptance. And then this inner dragon, this inner monster actually becomes an ally, a great and powerful ally in service to love, in service to truth, in service to God, in service of that transcendent, unsayable mystery that is our essence. Thank you for listening. Much peace, much love, much joy. Till next time. Amen.